And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and one of my favorite 2 to 4 player abstract strategy games is War Chest. Today we're taking a look at the first expansion for War Chest, the Nobility expansion. This comes with proclamations. 4 new figures. We have in here the Bannerman, the Bishops, the Earls, and the Heralds. So all these people are going to be included for the game, so 4 new units. And also, like I said, proclamations, and then a few minor upgrades to the base game. Here's what's inside. So first of all, there's a few replacements. There's a new Royal Guard card, which replaces the one in the original game. They said after talking to the community, so basically now, after you discard the Royal Coin to move him, you can discard it to move him 2 spaces to a location you control. This is one, okay, I'm cool with this. Didn't know it needed to be changed, but you know, that is what it is. Something I did notice was these are the control tokens from the original game. Now they are replaced with these new hexagonal ones. This I like better because before, when you controlled something, you just covered it up completely. Now you can see the edges around the outside of it. That seems like a small thing, but it is something that I enjoy. The game now adds 7 Royal Decree cards. So these cards here, you're going to use 3 of them over the course of the game if you want to use these, and you'll place them out here. Each player has 3 seals for their color, and you now have a new action that you can take. You can spend a royal coin and place a seal on one of these where you don't already have a seal, which means each player can use them one time and do the action on it. So here it says, you know, the guard, attack with a friendly unit that's on a location you control. Look at an opponent's hand. You can discard one of their coins. If you do, they draw a new coin. Remove a friendly unit from the board and then deploy it. So these are not like humongously changing cards. Attacking with a friendly unit, then remove a coin from the friendly unit. Sacrifice. Recruit twice. But they do let you kind of change the game up a bit. And so you're able to play these basically 3 times per game, and they're going to be different from game to game. There are also 4 new units included with this expansion, and the first one, the Earl, is uses these decrees. Essentially, the Earl lets you control a location and then proclaim, which is essentially paying the coin to do this. That action's called proclaiming, without placing a seal, even if it already has your seal. So the Earl, he makes these really cool. It just gives him some really cool options. So the Earl, if he controls a location and then proclaims, he can do this without putting out the seal, which means you can do them multiple times. Then we have the Herald, who can bolster an adjacent unbolstered friendly unit with a coin from the supply. Really like this support character. I mean, on their own, not superpower, but they're very helpful to be able to proclaim. And after proclaiming, the ability that uses these, the Herald also works with proclaiming. The Herald can maneuver. Then we have the Bishop. The Bishop can recruit and then move and attack. That's pretty handy. But even more so, the Bishop can't be attacked by units that are bolstered. Well, that's a really intriguing idea. I like this. I think the Bishop's an interesting one because stronger units might have to stay away from him. And then finally, the Bannerman, which the Bannerman, after they maneuver, you can move an adjacent enemy unit 1 space. Just very maneuverable. You move, and then you can basically force an opponent to move away. Now you'll notice that all 4 of these characters are support style characters. At least, maybe not the Earl, but the other 3 are definitely support style characters. So keep that in mind. So the expansion comes in a really nice box here. It looks just like the original one, and these tokens, and then there's cards and the rules, and then a whole new container here. And this is all fantastic. So take this box and move it to the side. And then just take the original box, and you can see that, lo and behold, both fit in here, which looks like with room for more in the future. And that's pretty cool. So I mean, you might have some trouble getting them out, I suppose, but there you go. Fits in nice and snug, and then I can put the bags, the cards, the rules, everything fits nice and neatly in there. So, great box, but you don't need it. So there you have it. That's what's included in this. Like I said, don't need the box anymore because everything goes in here. Now there are 4 new units. That gives you 20 different units to use. And so you basically do the same thing when you're drafting units at the beginning of the game. I personally would add a couple extra units when drafting, if only because there seems to be more support units now, and I don't know that I would want a side that has, you know, 3 support units and 1 non-support unit. But that's just probably a personal thing. The proclamations are nice. You pretty much have to play with them if you're playing with the 2 new units, or 2 of the 4 new units. I like that everything fits in here. This game is already a fantastic game. Adding more stuff, that's essentially all this is. Some more stuff. It's not a ton more stuff, just a little bit. 4 more units gives more variety, more options to pick from time to time. And for that, I have to say I like it. I like War Chest. I like a little bit more content. I can't really comment on the new Royal Guard card. It seems cool. I mean, it made it better in my opinion, so that's great. And the new proclamation cards, I don't know that they're amazing, but they're nice. And when you tie them with the Earl, that's some pretty cool stuff that you can do there. So hey, more options, and the fact that it all fits in the base game, I like it. Dice Tower Judgment, approved.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.